Hi, and welcome to Build Theory. I'm Aurian Archive. Okay, last night I was working on an archery ninjutsu sentinel, and I experienced bit of a hard crash. So I think I've got everything kind of set back up to the way it was last night. We're back in the fire farm, so shouldn't log out. A little bit backed away into the corner, so hopefully I shouldn't have an enemy walk by and do something nasty. So let's go back to quick recap. I had already outlined various aspects of this character, why I was taking the powers that this character was taking, and how those powers determined, or how the what the character would do determine which powers I was taking, especially uh, for the travel powers. And beyond that, I'm also started working at filling in some slots and going into the explanations about why specific powers would be chosen. And we can see I'd already had ninja reflexes, started filling that in. Uh, but before I actually go continue on that, what I'm going to do is go ahead and start lining out where I think slots are going to need to go. Uh, and do that adequate. Okay, again, this is supposed to be a clean sheet design. Not going to look at any other builds while I'm making this. But one of the things I kind of do know is that chance for opportunity or chance for absorb, I kind of want that chance to absorb to go in a power that's going to be used a lot. Chance for opportunity, don't really need it in any powers. Rain of Arrows is my nuke, and I don't know yet what I'm going to need there. Uh, Sting of the Wasp is a melee attack. It's one of the only melee attack that I'm going to get. I know that I'm probably going to need a full set of Blistering Cold, so we're going to go ahead and fill out Sting of the Wasp. Blinding Powder, I know that over here in Cloud Census I have a strong defense to ranged, so we can probably go ahead and fill that out to 6 slots. Paralyzing Dart is a hold. I don't know yet if I'm going to need Entomb or if I'm going to or if I'm going to have room for Basilisk Gaze. So we'll leave that unfilled. Lotus Drops, again, one of the few melee powers I'm going to get. I may need Avalanche. Let's check and make sure that no Lotus Drops does not have a damage. So we'll can go ahead and slot that out. Uh, with Curie, uh, with Kimiridama, we have uh, another potential spot for Cloud Census. I'm pretty sure that proc is not a unique. It's just a chance for negative damage. And we'll go ahead and slot in a chance for heal self there. Okay, now we can kind of go back and look at our other powers. We'd already were slotting in our defenses. And for since this is kind of an experimental build, we're going ahead and take combat teleport out to 6 slots. All right, and that leaves us 31 slots. So now I'm going to take out my attack powers, which are Rain of Arrows. I'm going to take it to 5 slots. I'm going to take Perfect Shot to 5 slots. I'm going to take Blazing Arrow to 5 slots. Fistful of Arrows to 5 slots. Explosive Arrow to 5 slots. Stunning Shot, 5 slots. Snapshot to 5 slots. Now, going to start trying to fill in powers that I think, or actually, we're going to go back and start with the Luck of the Gamblers and boosting these up to. And okay, the reason why I just did what I did, and we'll do these normal, what we're looking at here is when I bring up the overlay box, there's I have 50.3 defense, 59.62 endurance discount, and that's with the plus fiving the defense endurance and the defense endurance recharge. And since my buffs here are regeneration and hit points, I'm probably not going to need those at low level, but they will be very nice at high level. So these are powers that I can get away with plussing all the time. If I look over here at the non-plussed, we have 44.21 percent defense boost. We have 47.7, and if I come over here and we look at, we'll lock this off. We'll look at endurance cost. Endurance is 0.26 base. With the plus enhancements, it's 0.16 endurance per second. Danger sense, 0.26, 0.25. Non-boosted, it's 0.18 endurance per second. So plussing up those endurances can start shaving off percentages that can matter drastically at some points. Okay, that is a toggle. And this gives us real quickly reading what the information does is basically if this works as supposed to, it's supposed to give me a critical damage. But we're going to change things up and we're going to go for shield wall, and we're going to put the shield wall proc here. We're going to come back to ninja reflexes and we're going to do a kismet there, and in danger sense we're going to do a scaling resist damage. All right, Aefen gets huh. Okay, self plus speed. Is this an auto? Let's see what we got actually in game. Gojin Ren. Oh, it is an auto. No, it's not an auto. It's a click toggle for anti-mez. So yeah, we'll see what that looks like later. We may have to adjust that back up. Give it 2 slots, but we'll see what it pans out to be. Okay, Mighty Leap. Fill that in with +5 on you. We'll skip Blazing Arrows. Alright, we have a self-heal. Pretty sure I had a... Boraku gives me a resist point. So I need to actually reclaim a couple of slots for a Boraku. Not sure where we're going to get those slots from yet. But we'll go ahead and put a resist defense in there. Pretty much the best place to, I think right now, to possibly pull slots from is Blinding Powder. And that's because Blinding Powder has a duration of 11.92 seconds. Its sleep is only a mag 2, its confuse is only a mag 2, its 2 hit, and it's great minus perception. But again, it only lasts for 11.92 seconds, and it has a 120-second recharge. So even if I slam Blinding Powder all the way into the recharge cap, I'm still pulling in only 60 seconds, so it's still taking a minute for only 10 seconds of effect. And that's sort of for the same. Uh, you get. And this is one of the things where I really think that the developer kind of. And okay, Sentinels were a rough pass. They still are due a major overhaul. So I think the replication of powers, but Dama as or Chimera Chimera Dama as a tertiary power should not be offering equivalent performance to blinding powder in the secondary powder set. But that's just how bad blinding powder is. So right now, blinding powder is possibly our excuse me, possibly our dump power. So we'll go ahead and plan on that being a dump power. And that gives us, that's an auto. Okay, since it's an auto, I don't really need to worry about having endurance reduction in it. And I can pick up uh, this particular enhancement that I just clicked on, impervious skin. Resist proc also now includes a regeneration boost. All right. Kirindama, I'm pretty sure we're going to be using at full strength. So we'll go ahead and spec it up. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the clock because there's a Rickety Mothership today. Rickety Mothership raid. Okay. Sting of the Wasp. Pretty sure we're going to be needing Blistering Cold in here. Okay. In Combat Teleport. Alright, the concept here is that some builds or some power sets don't get a build up. Uh, Gaussian includes a chance for build up. So what I'm planning on testing here with this character is whether or not I can use Combat Teleport to force a chance for a build up. Maybe not so applicable to archery, although uh, slamming into the middle of a mob and then hitting explosive arrow that's been built up and aimed could be interesting. Or a hit launch with Lotus Drop first. So now that we've gotten to this point, we'll check and see what we're looking at. And three aspects that I'm interested in on ninjutsu are because its ninja reflexes is a positional, danger sense is a positional, shinobi iri is a positional, and I have attack mode on. This tells me that I will be pushing 35, 36, 35, so I need to be looking to boost melee, range, and AoE damage. Now, range damage uh, is actually going to be pretty easy to boost. So we're going to take Fistful of Arrows, and we're going to use one of the newer power sets. Uh, to take that out. Explosive Arrow, we're going to go with Frozen Blast. Because that's also a high range. Check our range real quickly. I'm at 40%, so I just need 5 more percent range. So Perfect Shot is a high damage. So we're going to go with Superior Winner's Bite. And I have run out of slots to play around with. But now I'm at 43. I'm actually already at AoE. So all I need is just ranged and melee. Kujin and Sha. There is a strong melee boost in here with Unbreakable Guard, but for now we're going to tentatively fill this out with uh, preventive medicine because the resistance here is only against toxic. Alright, so check our powers here. Do we have anything that offers a strong melee? And our Sentinel powers, yes, we do. So Sentinel Ward uh, has a very powerful melee. Probably I can get a powerful melee here with a 5-slot Avalanche. So we're going to go 5 slots on Avalanche. Take that slot and then run Snapshot out with, this was our chance, or do I want to do chance for, I may want to do chance for Absorb on Blazing Arrow, since Blazing Arrow probably going to be used a little more often. And alright, Rick the Mothership ready to start gathering. Alright, let's check our totals real quick, and I'm at 45 melee, 45 AoE, so I just need a little bit more ranged damage, or ranged defense. And easiest way to actually pick it up would, I don't have anything doing knockback. Hang on, what's in here? Superior defense, oh, just need a 6-slot on superior. Alright, so I could take, let's go ahead, aim, we'll put a 2-hit, buff recharge, stunning shot, sort of like I kind of already know how I'm going to finish this out. I just need to do a 4-slot, and I'm thinking, yeah, that'll work. What we'll do is a 6-slot opportunity strikes, and then a really could use that recharge. Alright, so we'll fill in health with a Numina. We'll fill in stamina. Excuse me. Really want that recharge time. Do I have anything I could drop? No, I need an AoE. Okay. Paralyzing dart still isn't getting anything, so if it's all by its lonesome, we'll do a recharge chant for absorb, and that just leaves us 4 slots here. Now 4 slots on this give me regeneration, damage debuff, or damage buff and hit points. Regeneration, hit points, damage buff. Alright. And now we still have 2 powers left that don't have anything in them, so now we can think about uh, things to fill the build out. Things that would be useful with only a single slot. Like we can resolve and unleash potential. Unleash potential gives me another place to pop a Luck of the Gambler proc. And we can resolve. I can do a accuracy endurance recharge at level 50. And there we go. We've got at least a build on paper. We are without incarnate powers into soft cap damage for melee, range, and AoE damage positionals. We have a decent number of resist. If we click Unleash Potential, we do have a way to get out of the line of fire pretty quickly. Our regeneration is can't see it on the screen, but on the stream, but it's 13 point. So get the pop up again. Come on. 13.71 HP per second regeneration. And yeah, I could, dropping combat teleport, taking those slots, and I could fill them out elsewhere. But this is the initial build that I'll be looking at for this character. And I'm being asked why I haven't gone to the raid yet, so I'm going to cut this off and go smoosh some Ricky.